Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new then welcome to my channel. In today's video I am going to talk about at least 10 beauty products that I no longer buy. Right now we are in quarantine, we are in lockdown, there is not really anything that we can buy, so I thought why not talk about something that I don't buy anyways, even before all of this happened. So that's what we are doing today. Definitely let me know your list of products that you're done with, over with, you have broken up with in the comment section below. So if that is still something that I am buying, I'll at least try to find alternatives. So let's get started. Okay, so at the top of my list is chunky highlighters. If you have been following me for a while now, you would know that I am not a person who loves like metallic, sparkly, just extravaganza sort of highlighters. It is definitely not something that I wear out, and I would rather have highlighters which I can wear outside and not just for the sake of filming and things like that. So I do have my fair share of extravaganza metallic highlighters. For example, the Maybelline Molten Chrome. Now hear me out, I know it's not chunky, but it's just a little too metallic for me to wear it outside. Yes, I can apply that highlighter as a very light wash and then spritz my face and then go with my sponge, and that way I can make it work. But I'm definitely not someone who would invest in a very metallic, beaming, see it from the space kind of highlighter anymore. I mean, I do like to have one or two in my collection just for the sake of filming or maybe for photo shoot and things like that, but I would rather invest in something which is very subtle, which looks like your own skin, which kind of does not look very plasticky and made up. So yeah, chunky highlighters are absolutely off my list. Okay, next up in my list is something which I did not love even when I had combination to oily skin, but now that I have dry skin, I just do not see myself buying something like that, and I'm talking about extremely matte foundation. So do you guys remember the L'Oreal's Matte Magique foundation, the one that came in pink tube? I cannot even imagine using something like that anymore. Back then when I had oily skin, I could kind of use it, but I had to do like a lot of jugaad because matte foundations anyways emphasize any texture that you might have, any dry patch that you might have. But now that I have dry to extremely dry skin, I have absolutely stopped buying matte foundations altogether. I love a good satin finish foundation more than like a super dewy foundation, to be very honest, but matte foundation, no. Okay, next up in my list is something which you guys might be a little bit surprised, because I know a lot of people still love this particular category of lip shade, and I'm talking about extremely mauvey lipsticks, especially when it comes to no makeup face. Basically, if I don't have anything on my face and I want to just put on a lipstick, maybe kind of brighten my face and make me look a little bit more alive, a mauvey lipstick is definitely not something which I would reach out to. And even if we are not talking about bare face, even then I'm not a person who is kind of attracted to like extremely mauvey, like straight up mauvey lipsticks anymore. I love a mauvey lipstick with maybe like a little bit more pink tones to it, or a little more brown tones to it, but like super mauvey lipstick. So one that is coming to my mind right now is Nika K's Turkish Rose, I think was the name. I was obsessed with that lipstick at a point of time, and then I realized that it's not very flattering on my skin tone. Next up in my list is too many colorful eyeshadow palettes. Now firstly, I'm not someone who gets a lot of use out of my eyeshadow palettes anyways, because I just don't end up using eyeshadow palettes on an everyday basis. I only use them when I'm going out, which is very rare. And then comes colorful eyeshadow palettes. Now I think I have like 2 to 3 right now, and I feel like I get minimum use out of those. And so if you have like 1 or 2 good colorful eyeshadow palette which kind of covers the entire spectrum of color, so from pinks to reds to greens to blues to yellows to oranges, I think you're sorted. You shouldn't really be spending so much on different colorful eyeshadow palettes. It makes no sense. But that's what my goal is this year. If I do end up buying more palettes, maybe it is only going to be a neutrals one and not colorful ones. Now next up in my list is high-end / too many mascaras at once. Now high-end mascaras, I still get it. Like I might wanna end up trying like super famous high-end mascaras like Better Than Sex mascara, the other Benefit mascaras and things like that. But trying or like buying a lot of different mascaras at the same time just does not make sense to me, especially because mascara is anyways a makeup product which you have to replace a lot sooner than the other products, because of course the shelf life of mascara is not very long, 3 to 4 months the max. And even if that is something I don't want to consider when I'm buying mascara, I just can't use 2 different mascaras at the same time. I don't know what it is with me, but it's like I can't cheat on you because I'm using you. It's so weird, but I just can't. Like, if I'm obsessed with this, I'll make sure I'm using this till the very end, and then I'll go ahead, and if I want to experiment, I'll try a different one. If I don't, I'll again stick to the same one that I was using. So it's weird. I know, I think it's just me. Let me know if that is the same case with you. I hope I'm not weird that way, but yeah, I just can't handle too many mascaras at the same time. Next up in my list is extremely drying lipstick formula. There have been so many times when I have gone ahead and bought a shade even though I know that the formula is not something that I might like, but then I'm like, okay, I'm just buying it for the sake of the shade. And it always turns out that I never end up reaching out to that particular lipstick, even though I thought that I will use it because the shade is so pretty, but because of the formula I just don't. So now if I do want to buy a particular shade of lipstick, let's say if you guys have suggested it, or it's like going viral or something, I will first look up on the formula, like if it is too drying or if it is manageable, if it is too matte or too powdery, and only then I invest on that particular shade. Now next up in my list is actually a skincare product, and it is gel based moisturizers. Now almost 1 year back I was obsessed with those. I have used the Pond's gel moisturizer, the super light gel I think it is called, the one that comes in blue packaging, and I used to love it when I didn't have dry to extremely dry skin that I have right now. But now that I have dry skin, those just do nothing at all for my skin. Like, they do nothing. Instead, they just kind of make my skin feel very stretchy even though I'm applying too much. So right now with this kind of stage of my skin, gel based moisturizer is just not something that I look forward to. Next up in my list is again a skincare product, and it is sheet mask. I stopped buying sheet mask almost a year ago, and recently I'm serving tea right now, like hot tea. The thing is, there was this Garnier campaign going on, I think 1 or 1.5 months back, and they constantly kept reaching out to me for the campaign, and I kept saying them, listen, I've stopped using sheet mask myself, and hence I've stopped promoting sheet masks, so it makes no sense for me to collaborate here. And I don't know what it was, they just kept reaching out. I don't know what it was, and it got so frustrating I stopped replying. So yeah, I have stopped using sheet masks from I think almost a year now. I don't remember what was the last sheet mask that I tried, only for the fact that it is this one-time use and throw product. If you guys want an alternative, what I do is I just use a good thick serum and I apply it generously on my skin, or maybe like a sleeping mask or something like that will do a similar job. So yeah. Okay, next and the last thing in my list is extremely heavy setting powders. Now remember you guys, Fit Me was one of my favorite powders almost like 6 months back or something, but right now I just can't imagine setting my face with a powder like that. Now it is such a beautiful powder in a sense that it smoothens out your face, it kind of like gives a blurring effect to your face, but right now that I have this dry skin, makeup has become a task. Like, I have to be so careful with the kind of products that I'm using on my face, because otherwise most products end up looking cakey. Like concealers, which were my favorite, are not anymore, in a sense that I have to use it very sparingly so it doesn't look cakey. So certain products, for example like thick setting powders, which right now I can only think of is a Fit Me setting powder. It's beautiful. I still do use it especially on underneath my eyes, but back then I could use it like on my entire face and not look cakey. But right now that I have dry skin, it just is not very compatible for my skin type. So nothing against the product, I still love it. I still would recommend if you have got combination to oily skin. It is a beautiful powder. You just have to be careful with it, you can't use too much. But right now with the dry skin stage that I'm in, I just can't use it all over my face. So now at this stage when I'm looking forward to experimenting with different setting powders, or loose setting powders for that matter, I ensure that it is not something extremely heavy and which my dry skin can handle. And with that, we have finished this video. I hope this is not extremely long. I'm sweating, it's so hot, I can't switch on my fan. I'm so glad I finished this. But those were all of the products that I've not been buying, or I just don't look forward to buying. Let me know yours in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Please like this video if you liked it. Subscribe and hit on the bell notification so you're notified whenever I post next. Follow me on Insta, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.